Weedsday Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1 online radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle
and the Cannabis Kid. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thhctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Tumbleweed Health Center and Studio C, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the most high certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart
be safe
and educate.
All right, welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Belle Star here. Cannabis Kid is going to Hawaii. Woo! Gonna get some Maui Wowie. I want some Maui Wowie. Yeah, that's some magical stuff. Oh my Lord. I can't even believe it's May the 6th already. That is just crazy. And I know you are all just dying to know how many days until Christmas. 233 days until Christmas, 234 until it's over. That's for the bestie. I love this Belle set. One of these looks like it. Oh no. I gotta open it up a little bit. It kind of closed up on me. One of the bells closed up. We gotta fix it. Still pretty good though. All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday. All right. It is 59 degrees and sunny and beautiful outside. Excuse me. Kitties are coming in and out and having fun. And you are listening to Weedsday Wednesday, brought to you by Tumbleweeds Health Center and the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. Come on down and get certified. It's very, very easy. In fact, you don't even have to come down and get certified. Yeah, I'll clap for that. You just have to get in touch with us. Get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. Go to the certification section. Oh, and I keep saying I'm going to do this. I need to do this. I need to put a telemedicine button on the certification section so they don't have to go back and forth, because people are just like that. They don't want to go all over the place. They want everything on one page. Bam. There it is. Done and done. All right. So if you want to know what you can get your medical marijuana card for in the great state of Arizona, I'm about to tell you. But read along at tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. Okay. Excuse me. This one, PTSD, you have to have your own records. You have to see a psychiatrist, I think it is, every year, because they're the ones that are prescribing your medication. So you have to see them every year. And then cancer, glaucoma, AIDS. Most of these, if you're diagnosed with this, you will have seen a doctor. So just bring your records in. It doesn't matter how old they are. For chronic pain, though, our next condition, it has to be 60 days, old or older. You've had to have had it for 60 days is what I'm saying. And chronic pain covers everything from migraines to fibromyalgia, backaches, cramps, menstrual cramps, leg cramps, fibromyalgia, insomnia that can cause a lot of headaches and pain. All sorts of things. If you've got chronic pain over 60 days old, then arthritis, that's a big one, big one. the osteoarthritis, the DDD, all your back problems, etc. Those big ones. Nausea, severe nausea, seizures, all seizures, including epilepsy. Uh, excuse me, that was quite the volume. I need to get some water. HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, agitation of Alzheimer's and dementia, cachexia and wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including multiple sclerosis. You can also get your card if you didn't hear your condition on the list. Don't worry. Maybe you're taking a medication or going through a treatment that's causing something on this list. You can get your card for that. So that's a good thing.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD products, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
That's right. Give us a call, 520-838-4430. And you can even email us your records or questions or comments at thctucson@gmail.com. You don't have to come down. Like I said, you can get on over to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com. Check out the telemedicine section right there. And I got to put both buttons on both sides because I got to figure out how to do that today. I'll do it right after the show, I promise. So you can fill out the form for telemedicine right there. And you should have a book appointment button right there. And I'll get that done today. I swear. All right. So that's all you got to do. Come see us, get your card. And now that our government is scheduling marijuana 3 instead of 1, I'm hoping that it has a mental impact on the country because people still out there like, oh, and you know what? It's not for everybody. I'm going to say it right now. Not everybody needs it. We have customers that come into the shop and it's awesome because we're like, hey, how can we help you? Blah, blah, blah. Do you use cannabis? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, I don't need it. Just checking things out. Or they come in with a friend that is using hemp or CBD or wants to do cannabis or get their card. And we'll say, how about you? Is there anything that you need or anything like that? And they're like, no, I'm totally fine. I don't need anything. And I just look at these people in total awe because, gosh, to not have an ache or a pain at all. I mean, I'm sitting here right now stretching my neck going, oh my God, I need an adjustment. I need to see the chiropractor. I need to see the massage therapist. My neck is super tense. Excuse me. Oh, allergies. And my body's old and kind of a mess. Okay. So my besties are texting me about the Met Gala because her favorite is Madonna, and mine is Stevie Nicks. And they both had Stevie's was just, of course, classy, elegant, beautiful fairy tale Stevie Nicks magic. That's what that was. And here you do need the sound effects for Stevie Nicks. That is totally Stevie. You are magic. And then Madge comes out and you're like, oh God, what? There's 7 people carrying her veil, 7 ladies. Yep, that's the difference between a Stevie sound effect and a Madge sound effect. I love it. Oh, that's great. So this is Madge. Look at that. Oh, she's spectacular. Gotta love that lady, and whether you like her or not, Madonna, you hear songs of hers, you know it. You start tapping your toes and skip the beat. It's fun. She's great. I got to see her with my bestie in concert. we've seen each other's faves, and that's fun. And Madonna was absolutely awesome, except for the fact that her show started 2.5 hours late. She had a DJ for 45 minutes. This is great. We're in San Francisco. She's got a DJ for 45 minutes. Okay. And he's great. And we're thinking, hi, Silver Sister. And we're like, okay, this is great. We're just hanging, waiting. You think, maybe there's an opener for 45 minutes to an hour, but it's Madonna. So you're thinking, okay, maybe an hour and a half, because you got to get everybody hyped and you got to wait for everybody to fill the seats. And, it's a whole stadium thing, right? It's a whole situation. It's a whole experience. It is a situation. So the DJ's playing, everyone's coming in, they're getting their shirts and their hats and their swag and their seats and their drinks. And then the DJ leaves. Yeah, crickets for like another 2 hours. We were like, no, nothing, like absolutely nothing. And then Madonna came out and she was just like, it was awesome. She came out when she was good and freaking ready. And then the show was I think it was 3 hours long. And it was just awesome. So, yeah, sometimes you have to wait for good things. And she was a good thing to wait for. That was great. Now, Stevie's usually only 15 minutes late. And she does not as many twirls, but everyone still applauds and cheers. It's great for her, one twirl now. She used to go at it. She was a ballerina, man. That lady just used to twirl the heck out of that stage. High kicks and jumps. And, well, she wasn't like David Lee Roth or anything, but she wasn't jumping off, the drum sets. But she had her way with the sage for a while. God bless you, Stevie. I think she's, I think she's going to be, she's 77 right now. Lucky number 77. We'll go with that. Stevie Nicks. Don't even get me going. Look, the show didn't work for the last couple weeks, so kind of had to catch up. All right, speaking of scheduling, so I think we're going to go talk to the state of Arizona and say, guys, get with the program. The medical program is there for a reason. Y'all let it in. Now lower your darn fee to $25. Could you imagine if they did that? Oh my God. Yeah, could you imagine if the state lowered their fee to $25? Everybody would get a medical marijuana card. That would be awesome. It's just a win-win all the way around, because right now the government has just said to our whole planet, our government anyway, lots of other governments across the world in different countries have already said this, but our government just hopped on board with scheduling marijuana 3, saying there is some medical value. See, so as well as other great benefits. I think it's baby steps. We all know how this works. If we were in charge, instead of the 5 guys on the couch in Montana. Yeah, exactly. If they were in charge, if we were in charge, it'd be a lot better. Okay, so let me read this. State licensed medical marijuana is being rescheduled. That's state licensed. And this is from azmarijuana.com. Isn't this? Yeah, AZ Marijuana from Dan Kingston. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche signed under order on April 23rd, reclassifying state licensed medical marijuana from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 under federal law. This change aligns federal guidelines with many state laws, placing state licensed cannabis in the same category as ketamine, testosterone, and certain pain medications, which are defined as having a moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence. While this reclassification does not legalize recreational marijuana or remove cannabis from the federal controlled substance list, it significantly loosens regulations for state license operations. According to the Arizona Dispensaries Organization, ADA, these are key impacts. What rescheduling means. Veterans, seniors, and patients can more readily access medical marijuana. State legal operators are taxed on level playing field. Pressures illicit market unsafe street drugs. Supports industries with 440K jobs and $35 billion in sales in 2025. Supports 40 states where medical use is already legal. Medical research moves forward, reaffirms that medical marijuana has been shown to be effective and well tolerated across a variety of indications, provide opportunity for the U.S. to become a leader in medical marijuana research, scheduling to Schedule 3, easing protocols for study. What rescheduling does not mean? It does not make the substance federally legal, and states can continue to set their own policies on marijuana as they currently do. It does not allow for decriminalization. Marijuana will not become legal in states that do not authorize medical and adult use licensed marijuana businesses. Marijuana companies with plant touching operations in the U.S. will not immediately be able to list on major U.S. exchanges. FDA will not assume any immediate or enhanced regulatory oversight or enforcement capability with regard to state legal marijuana operators and operations. Interstate commerce in marijuana will not be legal yet. Does not immediately impact banking? Not yet. While this is a historic and positive step forward, we should anticipate legal challenges following formal rescheduling action. But you know what? It's a very baby step. Why not? There are some other things I wanted to look at too, but let's see what else. The DEA just opened a door to federal cannabis. Nearly 400 businesses are already racing through it. Let's see. The DEA's medical marijuana registration portal opened April 29th. By the morning of May 2nd, nearly 400 businesses had signed up. Operators are racing a June 26th deadline that unlocks a 6-month review timeline, the right to keep operating during pendency, and end of 280E for Schedule 3 medical cannabis. The federal medical cannabis market just opened for business. The portal opened on the heels of the Department of Justice's April 23rd final order, which that date matters because it started the clock on a 60-day expedited registration window. According to analysis from in implementing effective policies to reduce the adverse effects of these.
We all had an edible before the bud. It's of trend that we take it to. Cycle time helps calm the cramps down a lot.
This building used to be
medical card in your bag, so don't forget that.
clinical studies showed how some of marijuana's active ingredients could slow tumor growth. Mother of two, she uses cannabis as an alternative to alcohol. Ebony has become a beacon for the Cannabis community.
Thank y'all so much for just showing up.
Now here's the thing. Ebony believes cannabis saved her life. At one point, she was addicted to
Silver
pills
Sister.
to manage menstrual cramps and stomach ulcers. She also had PTSD from childhood sexual trauma. Then she turned to marijuana, and she says it helped. Then wanting to help others, she moved to Oklahoma in 2020, soon after medical marijuana was legalized.
It was a leap of faith, but I know this wasn't nothing but God. I am very content that I'm walking in the calling that He leads me to.
Just a few miles away at Cowboy Kush Dispensary, April also hosts events for Cannabis and grandmas.
How about we learn a little bit about cannabis? Anybody else? No THC. So you just won't be anxious. I think there is definitely a need out there to bring in more education. Women tend to take care of everybody else around them and not themselves.
If you choose to explore cannabis for emotional and hormonal health, consider starting small.
It's all information that April, who is now an empty nester, wishes that she had had when her kids were young.
There's so many women that I talk to that really are just like, I would have been a better mom 30 years ago if I had been able to microdose.
What would have been different?
I felt like in my 30s, I sweat the small things. And I think if I just had that gummy, that I could have just taken just to take the edge off. Kara, do you want it?
I do.
April now calls herself a microdoser, meaning she takes small doses, typically 1 to 5 milligrams of non-intoxicating cannabis strains throughout the day, to deal with the pain and insomnia that has come with aging. Some, like April, swear by it. But make no mistake, even small doses can cause anxiety, dysphoria, and memory loss.
Do you wish you had started using cannabis earlier in life?
I do. So do my kids. When they were in high school, they were like, I think I want to smoke a joint. I'm like, absolutely not. Have a glass of wine. I wish I had done that so differently. I wish I had actually educated myself on what it could have done for me. But again, I was in part of that stigma.
A stigma not just breaking down Oklahoma, but all over the country. The Cannamom movement has now spread nationwide.
They're called Cannamoms, and there are groups all around the creek and right here in the Sunshine State.
Here in Missouri, recreational has been legal since late 2022.
It's almost impossible to know how many mothers are using cannabis in the United States. A lot of women may still be fearful to share that information. But the most recent study of the nation's drug users estimates nearly 19.5 million women aged 12 or older consume marijuana within the last month. With more than 85 million mothers in the United States, it's reasonable to believe that millions of them are consuming cannabis in some way. I traveled to Boston to learn more about this from a pragmatic, science-backed voice, someone we have leaned on over the years for these weed documentaries, Dr. Stacy Gruber.
How have things changed, would you say, over the last 12 years or so when it comes to cannabis?
There is a seemingly almost universal acceptance at this point that cannabis or cannabinoid-based approaches to things like medicine and therapy are alternatives for folks where we didn't used to think of them as options before. In the very beginning, it was much more of
Broke one.
Are we really sure there's anything to this? And I had a lot of colleagues tell me that I was, in large part, probably throwing my career away.
Her
All right,
research
well, now we got
institute,
a little
which is
one
called
cut out.
MIND, Marijuana Investigations for Neuroscientific Discovery, has a specific women's health initiative. And many of her subjects, you guessed it, Cannamoms.
They live their lives, they drive their kids to appointments, they go grocery shopping, they're responsible for dinners, planning vacations, and cannabis is part of their day-to-day routine.
Do you think that's been driven by the decrease in stigma, the dissatisfaction with alcohol, or what do you think's going on?
Yes, I think the answer to that is yes.
All of that.
Many of our women are more likely to lean into things that will help them, whether it's taking the edge off at the end of the day, or to help quietly, maybe not so obviously, address sleep disruption, mood dysregulation, or chronic pain.
And it turns out all of these issues affect women more than men. Sleep disruption, that's more severe for women than men because of the hormonal changes of menstruation, pregnancy, menopause. As for chronic pain, women are disproportionately affected by painful conditions such as migraines, fibromyalgia, and rheumatoid arthritis. And then there's depression and anxiety. 1 in 5 mothers are impacted by those mental health conditions.
There are many more women now in the cannabis industry helping other women understand the whats and the whys and the hows. And that is a game changer for people.
All right, that is a game changer for people. And we want to say thank you so much for tuning into Weedsday Wednesday each and every week. Belle Star here. We will continue that next week because we want to know what the game changer is, and that's medical marijuana, cannabis. All right. Happy Weedsday, everybody. And remember, as always, be smart, be safe, and educate. We love you guys. Have a great day. Be good to each other. Eat yummy food. Smoke some weed. Eat some weed. Do some weed. Be on weed. I take marijuana. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great Weedsday Wednesday. Love y'all. See you next week. Woo-hoo. Be good or don't get caught.